It's 2014, the year of the vegan. It seems like more and more people are making the change to veganism these days, from family and friends to movie stars. Internet searches for the word vegan have been reported by Google to be at a very steep increase recently, and the vegan population in America alone is estimated to be at least 1 million strong. The term vegan was coined in 1944 by Donald Watson when he co-founded the British Vegan Society, at first to mean non-dairy vegetarian, but later to refer to the doctrine that man should live without exploiting animals. Let's not get confused about veganism because of silly movie stars. Recently, Beyonce and Jay-Z played out their little vegan challenge, which was ridiculously short-lived when Beyonce went to lunch with a fox fur around her neck. Then Justin Bieber failed at veganism when he tried some fake meat in a restaurant and gagged. It was said that other vegans who had inspired him to make the switch were asking him to go back to being a carnivore because it turned him into a jerk. Please pay no attention to ridiculous celebrities who conduct themselves in this way simply to gain popularity with the people. They seem to think of veganism as some kind of challenge, game, or fad, which it is most definitely not. The true definition of veganism is refusing to contribute to the exploitation of animals in any way. Many notice that one of the differences between a vegetarian and a vegan diet is that vegans do not consume eggs or dairy products. That's because vegans believe that the production of eggs and dairy harms animals. Chicken egg production is very cruel. In both battery cage and free-range egg production, most male chicks are cold, which means killed, and most of them get put into a grinder while they're still alive, because they will not lay eggs and there is no financial incentive for a producer to keep them. Dairy production is also very cruel. To obtain milk from dairy cattle, cows are kept pregnant through artificial insemination to prolong lactation. Male calves are slaughtered at birth, sent for veal production, or reared for beef. Female calves are separated from their mothers within 24 to 48 hours of birth and fed milk replacer so that the cow's milk is retained for human consumption. After about 5 years, they're slaughtered to be made into ground meat products, although they might otherwise live for 20 years. Additional reasons that people are going vegan include benefits to personal health as well as the health of the planet. It's now a well-known fact that people who eat less meat and dairy have a much lower risk of cancer and heart disease. If you have a bottle of poison that will only kill you if you drink the whole bottle, will you still take a teaspoonful if it tastes good? In a report from 2010, the UN urged a global move to a meat and dairy-free diet, stating that it's vital to saving the world from hunger, poverty, and the worst impacts of climate change. Our global population is surging toward a predicted 9.1 billion people by 2050. Meat and dairy are not sustainable. Food production would have to increase globally by 70% by 2050 to feed the world's surging population. Agriculture, particularly meat and dairy products, accounts for 70% of global freshwater consumption, 38% of the total land use, and 19% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Most of the grain grown in America is used to feed livestock for meat and dairy production. Could we use these resources to feed starving people instead? To learn more, I recommend watching movies such as Food Incorporated or Forks Over Knives. There's a lot of good documentaries out there for seeking the truth. Here in Portland, Oregon, where I live, there's been an increase in vegan restaurants as well as restaurants offering vegan options. We have vegan bakeries offering vegan, gluten-free fudge, pies, quiche, even ice cream cones that are to die for. Portland has a vegan market called Food Fight. I hear Germany's opened a chain of vegan grocery stores too. Veganism is positive for the planet, good for the health of the people. Most importantly, it's good for the animals. We don't need to eat meat to thrive, and the animals shouldn't have to suffer and die for our convenience. So, join me in making 2014 the year of the vegan. For more information on how, check out the link in the video description below. And remember, I'm doing it, and you can too.